Exactly 1 year ago, I uploaded a video that completely changed my YouTube channel. But more importantly, it changed the way thousands of Spanish students from all over the world understand Spanish pronunciation. Today, we are taking that lesson to the next level. So, there are 6 consonants that you need to remember and to memorize. These consonants are going to be connected to vowels, the 5 Spanish vowels. You need to learn the sounds. Let's see what these consonants are. The first one is the D, L, N, R, S y Z, plus one of the 5 vowels, equals connect. But not only this, you can also connect vowel plus vowel. And not only that, you can also connect consonant plus consonant. Mainly these consonants. So you're looking at the system that is going to help you speak and understand better Spanish. Your pronunciation is going to improve significantly, and your understanding is going to improve as well. Spaces between words only exist in the written language. In the spoken language, we make pauses after a full idea, so after many words together, connecting them and linking them. That's why this is so important and so crucial for your Spanish learning process. Now, let's see how this works in real life. First of all, you need to know the pronunciation of each word, basic Spanish pronunciation, before learning to connect and working on connecting and linking. La salud es lo más importante. Where do we have some connections here? The D from salud is going to connect to the E. La salud es. La salud es. Lo más, the S is going to connect to the I. Más importante. Más importante. So, how would a native Spanish speaker say this phrase, this sentence? La salud es lo más importante. La salud es lo más importante. We are connecting the sounds. We don't say, la salud es lo más importante. We say, la salud es lo más importante. Health is the most important. Remember that this word is very important, salud. Salud means health. It also means cheers when you are making a toast. And it also means bless you when a person sneezes. Achí, salud. Let's continue. L. Mi canal está creciendo. Let's see where the connections are. Canal ends in L. So this E and this L connect. Mi canal está. Mi canal está. There are no more connections here. So mi canal está creciendo. See how the words flow. It sounds natural. It's not about going fast. It's not about speed. It's about connecting and linking. Mi canal está creciendo. Mi canal está creciendo. My channel is growing. My YouTube channel is growing. N. Ella también estudia medicina. Let's see where the connections are. Ella también ends in E, and then there is a vowel here, so we're going to connect them. Ella también estudia. Ella también estudia. Estudia medicina, that's it. Ella también estudia medicina. Ella también estudia medicina. She also studies medicine. Or she studies medicine as well. Let's continue with the next one. R. Por eso me gusta aprender español. This is an interesting sentence. There are many connections here. Por, it has an R. It connects to the E. Por eso, por eso. Por eso me gusta a. Here, vowel plus vowel. Me gusta aprender. Me gusta aprender. And then, aprender ends in R. Y aprender español. So, there are three connections in this sentence. Por eso me gusta aprender español. Por eso me gusta aprender español. Por eso is that's why. This is a very common mistake. People think that is eso es porque, because they are translating literally. But the phrase is por eso, that's why. Por eso me gusta aprender español. That's why I like to learn Spanish. Por eso me gusta aprender español. I hope you guys are practicing. Guys, remember, don't just watch video after video. If you find a video that is really important, that is teaching you something, it's worth watching it many times, over and over again, for you to practice and to repeat. Por eso me gusta aprender español. The next one, ese. Mis hijos son muy inteligentes. Here, mis, the S, the H is silent, so the S is going to connect to the I. Remember that the H in Spanish is always silent. So, mis hijos, mis hijos. Here, we have two consonants, the same consonant. Mis hijos son, mis hijos son. And then we have the Y that here sounds like a vowel. And then we have the I, so they are going to connect. Muy inteligentes, muy inteligentes. We don't say muy inteligentes. No, we connect those I sounds. Mis hijos son muy inteligentes. Mis hijos son muy inteligentes. My children are very smart. Mis hijos son muy inteligentes. Remember, you can pause the video and repeat, and then go back and repeat again. Mis hijos son muy inteligentes. And then let's go to the Z. Remember that in Latin America, the Z is pronounced like an S. So we say Z. But in Spain, they pronounce it like a TH in English. So it's Theta. We're practicing Latin American Spanish here. So, tal vez está enferma. Here, we have tal vez, Z, and then E. Tal vez está. Tal vez está. And then we have two vowels connecting. Tal vez está enferma. Tal vez está enferma. Maybe she's sick. Tal vez está enferma. I hope you guys see how learning and practicing and studying and repeating this topic can take your Spanish pronunciation to the next level. Now let's practice what we just learned. I wrote 7 sentences that have connections. Consonant to vowel, vowel to vowel, and vowel to consonant. Now let's practice them together. Number 1. Tengo mucho trabajo hoy. Remember, the pronunciation of the individual words is really important in the beginning. If you are a beginner, it's really important to pronounce every word correctly. And then connecting is a work in progress. Tengo mucho trabajo hoy. Okay? So where are the connections? Tengo mucho trabajo. The H is silent, hoy. So here we say, tengo mucho trabajo hoy. Tengo mucho trabajo hoy. Trabajo hoy. We don't say trabajo hoy. I have a lot of work today. Tengo mucho trabajo hoy. Did you get it right? Remember, try to practice as we go through every sentence. Número 2. ¿Cuántos años tienes? This is a very common question, and most people don't pronounce it correctly. Here, ¿cuántos? The S is going to connect to the A. ¿Cuántos años? ¿Cuántos años? ¿Cuántos años tienes? How old are you? ¿Cuántos años tienes? ¿Cuántos años? Número 3. No olvides comprar el pan. Actually, this is a very important idea. Once you know enough vocabulary, you need to start learning also chunks or patterns where you just need to modify or change or add a word or a couple of words. But the base form stays the same, the base pattern. For example, here, no olvides is don't forget. So you can say, don't forget to do anything. So, don't forget to close the window. See, no olvides comprar el pan. So, where are the connections? O and O, vowel to vowel. No olvides. No olvides. Comprar, the R and the E. Comprar el. Comprar el. No olvides comprar el pan. Don't forget to buy bread or the bread. No olvides comprar el pan. Let's continue. Número 4. Me gusta trabajar en equipo. Me gusta trabajar. The R is going to connect to the E. Trabajar en. And then the N is going to connect to this E. Trabajar en equipo. Me gusta trabajar en equipo. I like working as part of a team. Or I like working in a team. Me gusta trabajar en equipo. Trabajar en equipo. You see, those three words are connected. So we don't say trabajar en equipo, trabajar en equipo. And this is very common with the preposition en and with prepositions and with connecting words. We don't usually pronounce them like isolated. We connect them to the word before and after sometimes or many times. Número 5. He estado estudiando español por 8 años. This is a tricky sentence. There are a lot of connections here. Even some connections that are not that evident. For example, here, the E and the E connect. We don't say he estado, we say estado. That's how most people will pronounce it. Estado. Estado. Then there is the O and the E. Estado estudiando. Estado estudiando. Remember that the H is silent. So we don't say he, we say e. Estado estudiando. The O connects to the E. Imagine, 3 connections already. He estado estudiando español. 4 words and 3 connections. He estado estudiando español. That's why most people think that Spanish speakers speak very fast. And then some people do. Like, for example, I speak very fast. But we are connecting all these sounds, all these words. That's why it sounds so fast. It needs practice, repetition, and time. He estado estudiando español por... Now here we have the number 8. ¿Cómo se dice 8? Ocho. So this R is going to connect to the O. Por ocho. Por ocho. And then the O is going to connect to the A. Por 8 años. Por 8 años. This is crazy. This sentence has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 connections. And there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 words. He estado estudiando español por 8 años. Actually, there could be a little pause here so you don't run out of air. So, he estado estudiando español por 8 años. That's why it's very important to understand full sentences, full ideas. And it takes time. It's not going to happen overnight, but you need to practice and study. Let me say it again. He estado estudiando español por 8 años. Try to repeat, please. Very good. Número 6. Mi hermano vive en España. Here, the I is going to connect to the E. The H is silent. Mi hermano. Mi hermano. Mi hermano vive. Now, there are two E's here. Mi hermano viven. Mi hermano viven. And then the N is going to connect to the E again. Mi hermano vive en España. Mi hermano vive en España. My brother lives in Spain. Oh, I didn't translate this one. He estado estudiando español por 8 años means I've been studying Spanish for 8 years. Okay, again, 6. Mi hermano vive en España. Vive en España. No vive en España. It's vive en España. And let's go to 7. Podemos salir en una hora. Podemos salir en una hora. Here we have the S and the S that are going to merge. Podemos salir. Podemos salir. Here we have consonant plus consonant. Podemos salir. The R connects to the E. Salir en. The N connects to the U. Salir en una. You see? Salir en una. The A connects to the O. The H is silent. Podemos salir en una hora. Podemos salir en una hora. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 words. 1, 2, 3, 4 connections. Do you see how important this topic is? I hope you do. Podemos salir en una hora means we can leave in an hour or we can go out in an hour. Now, don't even think that the video is over. I'm not going to leave you without homework. I'm going to leave you with 3 sentences and I need you to look for the connections. You can write them down on a piece of paper, on a tablet, whatever, on your computer, and figure out the connections. There are 3 sentences. I'm not going to pronounce them. Try to pronounce them. Try to find the connections. Remember, these consonants plus a vowel, vowel plus vowel, and consonant plus consonant. And please, keep working on connected speech and linking sounds. I hope this video was helpful. Let me know in the comments below.